This is Drive, She Said, by Lyra Halprin. Dad, everyone is passing us, I said, watching a Plymouth Fury whiz past. It was July 1966, and we were on the San Bernardino Freeway, heading east from Los Angeles to visit cousins in Colorado. The manufacturer said, "We've got to keep it below 45 for the first 1,000 miles, Dad said, holding his hands on the wheel in the recommended 10 and 2 o'clock positions. Dad's attentions to rules didn't keep the four of us from our excitement. It was our first trip that didn't involve Highway 99, California's north-south artery, and our personal hallway between my pianist mother's headquarters in Santa Monica and our family's farm 500 miles north in Yuba City. The trip was a deviation from our routine of living all summer in a tiny apartment near the farm and returning to Santa Monica, what seemed to me like 20 minutes before school started in September. My 12-year-old sister and I were thrilled. I was 15 and filled with unidentifiable urgings and restlessness, and bought 17 and Surfer magazines to display on the car's rear window deck. "Dear," Mom said, short for "but dear," the term of endearment she saved for Dad. "We're going too slowly." She wiggled her bare feet on the dash of the blue Buick station wagon. It was equipped with water bumpers, like the fat padding mounted on freeway off-ramp walls. My father loved the bumpers. I hated them. They were yet another unusual, and in this case, ridiculously bulky thing that made us stick out. We were liberal Jews at a time when there were very few in conservative Santa Monica, and absolutely none in redneck Yuba City. Dad was a farmer who lived half the time in each location. The school counselor didn't believe my parents were still married. Somewhere on the trip, I asked Dad what his dream car would be, thinking of my high school teacher's silver Jaguar or a Viola's friend's baby blue MG. "Do you mean which one would have the best gas mileage?" Dad asked. "No, just which one would you like the best," I said. Dad fidgeted uncomfortably, hands on the steering wheel, looking at me in the rearview mirror. "Would it be for the farm?" he asked. "Dad, anyone you'd really like to have," I said, staring at his worried hazel eyes in the mirror. "Well, I'd have to know how I'd use it," he said, finally. This was the man who often swam a mile in the Pacific Ocean and drilled 48,000 holes 8 feet deep to reclaim our flood-damaged farm soil. He marched against President Johnson, wrote letters to every U.S. senator exhorting them to avoid nuclear weapons in Vietnam, and years later attended university nude life drawing classes with me. Yet he simply couldn't allow himself to have an imaginary favorite car. From the back seat, I wondered if it was kosher to want practicality in a beautiful package, or to ignore it entirely in the face of skin-prickling design. My parents drove cars until they disintegrated and rationed long-distance calls, but they lived near outstanding schools and put budget aside to purchase a Henry Miller dining table. I knew I wanted a beautiful car, and someone who understood desire out of context, a car without a purpose, speed without a destination. Thanks.